Hello, my lovely Sagittarius people. My name is Patricia. Welcome to my channel, O Despertar da Lilith, which means the awakening of Lilith in Portuguese, my native tongue. I am from Brazil, therefore, you will hear an accent, okay? I will try my best to be very clear. My English is not very good today. I don't know if it's because I'm already suffering the shadow of Mercury retrograde. I have no idea. Okay, guys, just be patient with me if you guys can do it. I know you are not being very patient. The energy has been a little, accumulating in your life. That's why we got the calm card here for you guys. Yes, this reading is for November. It is for the people who have sun, moon, or rising in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, therefore, you do have that energy of rush, right? Impulsivity, and the impulsive feelings that make you not have a lot of patience sometimes, right? So let's start by reading this little card for you guys. Okay, this is a card that I take with an action that you have to do in the month that I'm reading for. So this is for November. So it says here, find the calm in the storm. So, meaning whatever happens in November, which might be a very intense month for all of us, because it is the month of Scorpio, and therefore there will be a lot of Scorpio energy, and it is always very intense. And it is the energy of endings and beginnings. So you will have to find the calm within the storm, okay? Explore things you can do to bring about calm for you. Some ideas to try are tapping, meditation, yoga, breath work, exercise, cooking, reading, or crafting. Refer to your list as you start to feel stress coming on. Use these as prevention methods to keep you on an even keel, meaning like you have to try and find the best you can to keep calm, okay? Because I haven't taken the cards yet out, but there might be some stuff that will show up here that will take your peace away. So you will need to find ways to calm yourself down. Okay, my love. All right. I already have taken two cards out from the oracles. One is the wild animals, sacred wild animals oracle, and the archangel. I had selected them before, just like the calm card, because I'm trying to make this video short. If you do understand Portuguese, I also will record this video in Portuguese right after I finish this reading, okay? So I divided in three decks. Each deck will represent one area of your life. So we will start with love and relationships. The middle one is for family, and the third one is money and professional life, okay? They might be related sometimes, right? Because our life is like a cycle. One thing starts affecting the other. So if one thing is out of balance, then the other thing might be out of balance too, just so you guys know. All right. So let's start here. I would love if you guys would leave your comments, your press the like button, the share button, the subscribe button. Okay. I pre-shuffled the cards to make it faster. I'll shuffle one more time just so you guys can trust me, because you might be new here, but you can go through my videos and you'll see that I shuffle a lot usually. And I do have a playlist for the signs in Portuguese and English. I am just starting to post the videos in English. So, be patient, please. All right, guys, let's do this. What is in store for the month of November for the people with sun, moon, and rising in the sign of Sagittarius? In their love life, their romantic life, the emotional side of their life. Let me go, since I already shuffled a lot before, I'm going to just cut and pick three cards. Okay, that's a good card. That's another card. Ooh, I see why. Okay, so you see, I mean, you guys already got two major arcana just in the first deck alone. Okay, let's do it. The good thing is they all came upwards, so it's a good message. All right. So the card here means, this is Sagittarius in Leo. This is the Six of Wands. So therefore, you will have some victory this month in the love life or the romantic side of your life. And so I don't think you have much to worry about your love life. There might be some deep transformation because of some big change that can cause a big change. Some type of event can cause a big change in your love life, and I feel like it could be good, okay? Because I mean, the tower is the destruction of all that gives us false security feelings, right? So if it is something bad that is not on a strong foundation, might as well just bring it down so that we can start from ground zero again and build a stronger foundation in our love life, or whatever section of life that we are talking about here. But pretty much the tower is really a huge event that comes that brings a lot of change, and sometimes it is a big change that we have no control over, okay? But it really is, in a way, a wake up call about our love life, maybe something that we have been ignoring. This is the month of November, the month of Scorpio, which represents death and rebirth. So maybe some behavior must die, or a relationship must die in the month of November, so that you can have better luck in a love life. Whatever it is, you will have a very good feeling about it. You might feel like, oh, finally I'm free, if you're getting out of a relationship that was based on the false premises of a better future. Because a lot of times we live in denial. We just get used to being with somebody and we think it's love, but then we suddenly realize this is not love, it's just being accustomed to somebody and being comfortable. But sometimes changes are necessary, and when we are lazy, or too comfortable in our situation, the tower comes up to push us to do something that is right and better for us and for the other person involved as well. So in this case, I do see, like, a big change coming towards your love life, and I feel like it could be a good change. You might want to take some time off the relationship, which would be perfect in a way, because this month of November we have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So it's like things will tend to be very intense. So fights would also be very intense. And when Mercury, which is the planet that rules our intellect, the way we think and speak and communicate, is retrograde, it causes problems in communication, problems in trips, and other things related to contracts, like marriage certificates. If you're planning to get married, I would postpone it. Don't do anything like with contracts on the month of November. This is a time literally to meditate, really is, because this is also another arcana, the hermit, right? The hermit asks you to do introspection work, right? Self analysis, being alone, to try and seek understanding of things, what's going on in your relationship. Maybe some of you really will take a time off from this relationship, and after meditating on your relationship, you'll realize this relationship is not really good for you, or might not go where you wanted it to go. And so therefore you might decide to put an end to this relationship, or you might just come back to the relationship with a sense of renewal of what you really want to accomplish here. And then you might decide to do things differently in the relationship, as if it's a new relationship with new goals and everything, new behavior. And so the hermit is really, really good. He brings the light at the end of the tunnel, but the energy of the hermit is really, it really comes out when we need to be alone. Okay, when we need to be alone so that we can hear the silence. Okay. And it's so funny because I was just reading something from my favorite poet, Rumi, and he was saying that silence is the language of God. All else is poor translations. So if you wanted to speak with God in the month of November, I think you really should, and you could, and you would really get a much better understanding of where your life is going, towards, and even your relationship with the people that mean a lot to you. Or maybe, like I said, you could have been in a relationship that you're not happy, and after this meditation, you might realize that you're just wasting your time with this person, and also wasting this person's time by leading them on to something that there will be no structural relationship, like a marriage. If anything is built from this relationship, it might not be something very solid. So therefore, the changes are required, and the change that is required is a kind of destruction of old habits, destruction of, I don't know, the relationship itself, or the way of seeing the relationship. Whatever it is, this transformation is about to arrive in your love life, and it will transform you from inside out if you allow it. Okay, this is a great moment to get to know yourself, who you are, and what you want out of a relationship with somebody, what type of person you want, in your life. So take that time to meditate, okay? Because in the end, you will be vibrating in your perfect energy of Jupiter, right? In Leo, the pride, the courage, the honor that you deserve, and the recognition of your value. It's all about who you are, what do you want. So I feel like if you do this internal work in the month of November, you could be really good going forward. Let's say in your month December on, and even end of November, things can get better for you emotionally with a partner. Okay, let's talk about family now. One shuffle, even though I already shuffled a lot. This is the tarot of the angels and archangels. What is this? Oh, the Pope. Three of Cups and Two of Swords upside down. Okay, so let's read them as they come, okay? This is the Pope. Okay, the Pope is the Hierophant. In this card, in this deck, it's called Unity. I wrote Pope here because it's so easy to forget, right? But Archangel Sandalphon is the one. It's one of the ascensional masters, and it talks about traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, even the government sometimes too. It is related to higher learning as well. So, it also can talk about seeking out mentors and like-minded friends. The Pope has to do, it's associated with the sign of Taurus, but in my opinion, it also has some Sagittarius feelings to it, energies, because it is talking about seeking higher learning when it comes to religious feelings and even spirituality, and also, of course, higher education, like going to university, which is associated with the sign of Sagittarius. But it is through the venues that are considered traditional, like religion, instead of just being a mystical person or a spiritual person not associated with any religion. Because, for example, I am a spiritual person, but I'm not associated with any religion, at all. So the Pope is more through religious venues, the traditional things of life that will guide you to where you need to go. So you might be feeling a little more attached to, let's say, your religion. When it comes to your family, you might be looking for answers through religion in regards to something pertaining to your family this month. Okay, let's say you want some guidance, and you might go to your pastor or your priest or whoever, in your religion, whatever it is, to look for that guidance. Okay, you'll be very you got to be careful though with not being too close-minded when seeking the answer for some deep questions that you might have. You will feel a little more spiritual this month, I can tell. But like I said, don't be close-minded. Okay, don't be inflexible in the way of searching for the answers, because sometimes the answers to what you need, the questions that you have, can only be found if you are willing to take a risk and go out of your circle of friends and religion and, even schooling. Okay, so it's really about trying to be open-minded, although keeping your ground to what you believe. You don't need to leave your religion to seek for answers in about spirituality. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does for you. Okay, don't be afraid to get out of your circle, your well-known traditional circle, to get the answers that you need to help your family life. Over here we have the Three of Cups. I'm going to put sorry, this card, did they come upside down? Now I kind of am confused. I'm going to interpret both of them in both sides because I don't remember if they came upside down or not. Okay, so I'm going to interpret both ways so you guys that remember from the video, what position they came, what I'm talking about. Okay, so Three of Cups has to do with celebrations. It has to do with weddings, graduation, birth, also, the need to have more fun. So if the card came upwards like this, right, upright, that means you might feel the need to celebrate something, or you might have a reason to celebrate something within the family. Somebody might be graduating, somebody might be getting married, could be a family friend, or even like the announcement that somebody's pregnant or somebody is giving birth. Now, if this card came, like this, upside down, it could mean that there is an excess of celebration that could affect the family life. Another thing is like people going out too much to have fun, not taking care of their responsibilities, maybe drinking too much with family and friends. And one of the warnings of this card when it comes upside down is be careful with not so trustworthy friends and also partners. So there could be an element of betrayal there. Like when sometimes you have friends that they're always around you when you're willing to buy drinks for them to have fun, but when you need them, they go away. And, it's just that feeling. Okay, so the Three of Cups upside down might also mean that some of you guys are just living a life of a dreamer, or somebody in a family is just dreaming too much, not taking care of their responsibilities, just want to have fun. um, but you have to be careful. Okay, you have to be careful with untrustworthy friends and also partners, of course, because we are talking about the cups, so it has to do with emotions and relationships as well. So some of you could be confused about your marriage with somebody. Okay, there might have been for some of you, not everybody, there might have been the possibility of a cheating, somebody, like having more than one person involved in the relationship, and that might be the thing that is making you to look for a religious guidance, because either you could have been the cheater yourself, and now you're focused, like you're confused, because we have the Two of Swords here, and the Two of Swords is all about making a choice, but because it's the element of air, so it's your mind is confused, right? Because the traditional image of this card is actually a woman sitting with her arms crossed, and she has two swords, right, one in each hand, and her eyes is covered. Her eyes are covered because she doesn't have all the information yet to make a decision. But whenever you have a two, you have to make a decision, or you feel the pressure to make a decision. However, this card can mean that you might think that somebody has cheated on you, or but the thing is, this is not a good time to make a decision based on this subject, because I feel is that you don't have all the story yet. Maybe there was somebody that created, let's say, a gossip. Somebody said, "Oh, I saw your husband or your wife cheating on you," and then perhaps that can be making you feel like, can I trust this person, or this person doesn't want anything serious, and maybe that's why the Tower came here in your love life, and then the need to meditate on it, to think about it, right, to spend some time alone. And because we are talking about November, and we are talking about Mercury retrograde, then you really, really cannot make a decision about your love life and your family life on this month, okay, until at least very end of November, when Mercury will be direct and your mind will be more clear your thoughts, your vision of things. So don't, be careful, okay? Be careful for pretending that there is no problem, but at the same time, just feeling like you have to make a decision because it is what you're imagining happened, because it might not be. Okay, you might also be thinking, this is it, I don't want to be in this relationship, even if there was no cheating. But maybe you think you don't want to be in this relationship anymore, or your family life is being too much for you to handle, and you feeling like, I need to make a decision of getting out of here, or whatever. The point of this reading for you today is, do not make that decision in November. Okay, wait until your month comes up, because then things will, lighten up a little. And like I said, the month of November is for you to meditate, to take your time to analyze your behavior and the behavior of those around you, even if you're married to them or not. You need to think before you act, and this is not a month of acting. Okay, please do not make a decision, because if you do make a decision when Mercury is retrograde, especially in such an intense sign like Scorpio, you can feel like destroyed afterwards, like you want to go back, get the things you got rid of, and it will be too late. So do not do it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, because like I said, you need to meditate on this, you need to take your time. But most important, you cannot make an important decision about either your love life or your family life in the month of November. Okay, and you will need to practice calm. For money and work, what is in storage? Whew. Yeah, money is not great either. All of them came upside down. But let's start with the cards, in the order. So here we have um, the Five of Coins. It is a card of lack, of concentrating on what you don't have, right? It is a card related to money and work as well, because it's the element of earth. It is the coins, the pentacles, right? And so you might be feeling like you're out in the cold, like you don't have any money, like you don't have any opportunities at work, like you're really vibrating in the energy of lack. Okay, you're not being your optimistic self like a Sagittarius is. Okay, and the message for the card coming this way is, you got to stop doing that. You got to stop thinking of the things you don't have. You got to stop thinking like a victim. Okay, because it's like this, where thought goes, energy flows, right? So you have to concentrate on putting your thoughts and your energy into something positive, even if it's like daydreaming about the perfect job or the perfect amount of money that you want to make, you know just to occupy your mind with something positive, because right now you're not vibrating in a good positive energy when it comes to work and finances. Okay, and I know it is very hard, especially with the Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn pushing you to feel really heavy when it comes to career and finances, whatever gives you security. And but you need to push through. You can do this. Okay, Sagittarius, you can do this. Just let go of this feeling that you don't have enough. You have to persevere this month. Okay, there will be change for better. There will be renewed hope. There will be employment if you're unemployed. You just need to think more like a person who knows they deserve abundance. You have to believe that you deserve abundance in order to attract that abundance, especially if you don't have a job right now. Okay, so it's the power within you. Use the power of the hermit to concentrate, to connect with your spirituality, and to start thinking, I deserve abundance. I will get a job. Things will improve for me financially. Okay, because right now you are even very, very depressed. You gotta be careful, because especially if you like to drink, all the cards came down, like facing down. So when we have 10 cups facing down, there could be a danger of drinking too much for some of you because of depression. Okay, feeling really, really down, feeling like the money problems are affecting also your love life and your family life. And I understand those things, because this is the 10 of cups. This is also a card associated with family and happiness in family. Everything is great. We have a rainbow here, you have a couple, you have kids, like everything is perfect, right? It's feeling completely fulfilled and happy. But right now you are not. Okay, you are not feeling fulfilled. You are actually having a lot of problems even in your family life. Like you might be fighting with somebody about within the family about not having enough money or not having a job. Maybe somebody's pressuring you. Why aren't you making more money? Why can't you have a job? Why can't you find a job? They're calling you lazy, and it's just stressing you out. It is putting a lot of stress in your relationship. And all the plans that you have been making, you have been working hard. I know that. I know you have been working hard. You have done your part to try and get a job or to try and get a raise, but it's just not happening. And that is causing a problem, because you're feeling like you are being misunderstood. You're feeling like you don't have the support of your family and friends, because nobody can understand that you are doing everything, but you're still not getting enough money, or you're still not getting the job that you want, right? It's a horrible feeling. It's making you worry too much. And it is causing you a lot of sad days when you really feel like, I'm going to take a risk here. And this is, of course, for some of you, okay? Not everybody, but some of you got to be careful also with the feelings of wanting to even commit suicide because you can't deal with this pressure anymore. Nothing you do is working, and like relationship are not being the best either, because the people that say love, they love you, they're not understanding that you're going through a tough time and you need that support, you know but you're not getting it because they don't know what's going on. They think it's your fault. They think you're dreaming, too much, that you're being lazy. But we know the truth, that it's not the case, right? So you need to push through, and you need to calm down, because if you go into that negativity, you will self destroy. You will just, because you can't deal with this anymore, right? And unfortunately, this month of November, things will take a stall, because Mercury will be retrograde and the feelings will be intense. So when Mercury is retrograde, all the jobs that you applied for, that you went for an interview, the answer, like to see if you're going to be called in, they're going to hire you or sign a contract, you will be either delayed or there might be a problem. So it will, like you might not get the job that you wanted, or you might not get the messages that you want, or they might not even contact you for the whole month of November, probably after Mercury goes direct, starting November 21st. That's when you might hear back from them. But, so you have to be strong, and you will have to push through, because right now there's a problem with communication. This is the lovers, right? And the lovers is all about communication, harmony, not only with parents, brothers and sister, because it's connected to the sign of Gemini. Gemini represents also, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and I just told you Mercury will be retrograde, right? So but this card also represents partnerships, even a partnership with a company, where you get hired by a company, so you're working together with the people in the company. But it also can relate to brothers and sisters. It can relate to communication in general with the people where you have an emotional attachment with, so like family and friends or lovers, right? And unfortunately, the card came in the down downwards direction, meaning there will be problems related to communication. There will be a lack of harmony because of this pressure from money and job, related to money and job. And you have to really, really be patient, because there will be a tendency to have this harmony and imbalance and struggle, and you feel lonely. You really will feel lonely, because this card is talking about the other. Since you have a problem with communication with the other, you feel lonely. You feel like this, like you're abandoned in the cold. Nobody's coming to your rescue. Nobody is there to hear you talk about it. Nobody is interested even in listening to what you have to say. And that is so, so sad, right? This is why I'm telling you, be careful, because for those of you who already have been suffering with depression, and mixing alcohol also, um, to try and escape from the pain, you might be thinking of suicide because you're not feeling the support of your loved ones, and that is really destructive. So you really need protection from your spirit guides and your spirit, the ancestors, from your the family, people that died, and they are in heaven, praying for you, like for you to be protected. So I would suggest for you to literally get in touch with your spiritual side, make your prayers, ask, even, I'm telling you, ask even for people that you trust to pray for you, because you really will need the strength to go through this month. It will be a very tough month, and you guys are not the only one. I am telling you, I already did the reading for Scorpio and Taurus, and this has been shown to be a very heavy month for everybody. Okay, and since we are talking about Scorpio energy, we always have to consider the energy of death as well. This is why it's such a big warning, to be careful with suicide thoughts. Okay, so please take care of yourself and use your strength, spiritual strength, because you know what? Even though human beings can fail us, there is always God. There is always the angels. There are always the people who love us, and they passed on, and they're there for us. So use that to your advantage. Okay, to support you. Let's see what the archangels have to say to you. See, there will be a transition in your career, like meaning if you don't have a job, there will be a job soon. If you are not happy in the job that you have, or you're not getting a promotion, that could be something good coming your way. So Archangel Shamuel is saying your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So maybe things are not doing very well in this type of job that you applied for, or the job that you're working on, because you need to be doing something that resonates with your soul purpose. Okay, so things happen for a reason, and sometimes we get accommodated in a situation where things are cushy, and but we're not making any progress, we're not happy. So for those of you who are in a job that there hasn't been any progress, you're not getting the promotion you deserve, even though you do your best, you kill yourself for this job, but nobody sees your value, because you want to feel appreciated, like this card here, right? But if people are not appreciating you, it's their loss. It is their loss. There will be somebody who will value pretty soon. So be open-minded, and try to find calm, when it comes to your job and career and money and all that stuff, because I do see a change coming. Okay, there will be a positive transition, and you will be happier in this next job. Let's see with the spirit, for the animals. Okay, so this is an affirmation. Sometimes these cards give you, tell you something that you need to hear, but also sometimes it can give you an affirmation that you have to practice by looking at yourself in the mirror. Okay, so over here we have tigers and the element of fire. So your affirmation for the month of November, the one that I want you to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, you have to say, I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So, mighty forces are the forces from the spirit world. Like I told you, you are the element of fire. Sagittarius is a sign from the element of fire. So you have the fire in you. See, this is where you want to be. Jupiter, your ruler, being honored, being appreciated, being valued. And you can get there. Okay, but you need to meditate, you need to get your help from your spirit strength. Okay, because changes are coming your way, they really are. Okay, you just need to hold on to it, hang in there for now. Okay, and like I said, yes, there might be a lot of communication and disagreement and even fights, but don't make any important changes this month, because you might be, feeling horrible afterwards if you decide to maybe, let's say, leave a marriage or leave a job in the month of November. Things, good things are coming your way, especially in your month of December. So just hang in there. Okay, my love? That's what it is that I have for you guys this month of November. I hope you liked it. If you do, please do make sure to press the like button, share my videos to help me out, leave your comments, tell me what's going on in your life. If it's, something that, is already happening in your life, I would love to hear about it. Okay, and don't forget to turn on the little bell so you can receive notifications of my new videos. Okay, all in all, I wish you the best. I wish God to bless you and, bring some power of strength and a lot of light to you, because I feel like, you know what, it's time for you to just calm your senses and be the beautiful, optimistic soul that you are. Okay, you deserve the best. You are very generous, so you deserve to be feeling like you have abundance and happiness in your life, and it will. Okay, it will happen. Just hang in there. Okay, love. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.